Welcome back to another episode of Sweet Cards, Dude, presented by Houston Card Exchange.
What up? What up?
What's happening, deal, man? How y'all doing?
Doing good. Chilling. So today we're joined by Eric from Big Texas Breaks.
How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for joining us today.
Man, it's good meeting y'all at the airport, man. I mean, things happen for a reason. The delay happened, and it allowed me the opportunity to speak with y'all.
I know, man, what happened was me and you both freaked out. We put ourselves on Monday. he said,
"Hey, I thought I was being slick. I thought I was being slick, being one of the first ones to catch that."
Yeah, I was like, pop, 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 pop. I had it on my phone. I was like, boom, boom, and I see 29. I'm like, hold up. What's the? Oh, hell no. I got to get out of Cleveland today.
Yeah, bro. I was like, man, this one leaves in about an hour. So I boom. I said, man, I thought I was being slick. And then I saw, like what you said, 29. And I said,
oh, no. And then I couldn't go back. It wouldn't put me back in. And like, I pride myself on not getting freaked out. And I mess with Brent all the time, bro. And then I was like, Brent, he was so even killed. And I'm over here like, I'm going to be left in Cleveland. What's going on, bro? And he's like, chill.
Yeah,
Brent
man.
Came out of nowhere. What did I tell you, Brent?
I was like, I'm gonna leave you alone, and I just walked
not
away.
right now, Brent. Not right now. Well, I was freaking out.
I ended up calling the United, man, and I acted like I fat fingered it, man, or something, you know. And they just switched me back, man. But at the moment, man, you kind of panic, like, oh man, I don't want to stay another day. You're ready to go home, bro. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I travel for my day job sometimes, and like I would say probably this last year, 50% of the time traveling, there was some type of delay. Like there was one that I was in an airport in Missouri for like 18 hours, and I got there early in the morning to catch a flight, and then I didn't get out until like 9 p.m. that same day. But it was wild. But so you're an OG breaker. You've been doing this since 2013. So what drew you into to breaking cards? Like how'd you get started in it, and what's kind of your?
I mean, breaking cards or collecting. I mean, breaking cards.
I mean, yeah, a little bit of both, actually. I've been
a fan of sports all my life, and you know, collecting cards is just another way of like being a fanatic, right? Yeah. Collecting cards of your favorite player, your favorite team, and what have you. I can remember as a kid. My cousin and I, he got lucky and he had a wax box of like 85, 86 tops, and we'd put the Transformers up, stand them up, and we'd use the cards, start flicking them. Right? I don't know. I ran into a Beckett magazine, and that's when I started getting the concept of taking carrier cards, putting them in binders and stuff like that, and it just kind of took off from there. Went in my little phases because you know, you got to have the budget, right?
Yep.
My dad wasn't going to buy me packs. You know, I think around 89 Upper Deck started coming out, and they were like $5 packs. But just collecting, man, the Kobe year, that was another one that drew me in. But I want to say what did it for me for breaking was 2012, RG3, Andrew Luck, and Russell Wilson. That chase right there.
Quarterback driven.
I was getting in breaks. I just saw them online. And me not really having a concept of what they really were, I just went with the Texans all the time. And I was like, well, I'm never going to get an RG3 or Andrew Luck this way. So I started getting the teams. And, you know, I guess a lot of other people do too, man. So I just researched it, got a computer, and I just started doing breaks, man. First with like people from locally, friends and stuff like that. And then it just kind of like went from there, from Ustream to Breakers TV, then to Facebook, and then now on Fanatics, you know.
So what was that first break? What was your first chase? Who were you looking for? You were going for RG3 or one of them?
The one that I did, yeah. I think I was just going for a Case Keenum, bro, and JJ Watt, because I was getting the Texans. But when I started seeing the cards come out in there, you know, I thought that I want a chance to get some of those cards, because at the time, Contenders Andrew Luck, that was a cool card to get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I started buying other teams, and I had a Contenders Andrew Luck, got it graded, stuff like that, and it just
would come back.
Oh, man, you know, the values of them, you started like, oh man, you're like $300-400 graded 1,200.
Yeah.
It came back at 10. So your first Andrew Luck came back at 10 like that.
9, 5, 10.
Hey,
9,
so you were on Beckett, huh?
Like, what do you mean if I was on Beckett?
Well, the 9.5, just because sometimes
the auto.
As far as the value of it,
or the grade is what I'm referring to.
Oh yeah, one BGS.
Yeah. The 0.5, it always throws it off for me because you don't ever see that with
yeah. And then I was always trying to get a cracked ice. That was the big thing. There was cracked ice. I never hit one, but I knew some people that did hit one. And anyways, man, from there I started doing breaks myself. And actually our first break was 2012 Playbook. I don't know if you remember Playbook. They used to come out with they look like an actual playbook on the packaging, not a box, and then have 4 cards in them inserted. And so anyways, that's
what year was that? That was still 13.
The first break I did was 2012, but they were doing the actual playbook format. I don't know for how long, but I remember 2011 being like that. But I can't remember 2010 or anything because I never got any of it.
No, I feel you. 2012. That would have been what? Who was that? That was
RG3, Andrew Luck.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
So with being in the game for so long, I mean, you've obviously seen the highs and you've obviously seen the lows of the kind of how the market does. But are you seeing any major shifts currently that you're thinking of, or I mean, have you witnessed over the last decade? I mean, you've been going 10 plus years now. I mean, obviously you've seen.
From a platform perspective, past couple of years, it's all transitioned to phone apps. You got your Whatnot, you got your Fanatics, you got your TikTok. Like I said, originally I was there was a Breakers TV, then I was a Facebook group, and then it's transitioned to the phone apps. And again, I'm currently on Fanatics and soon to be TikTok again and Whatnot. But as far as cards, man, it's transitioned more to the repacks.
Yeah,
I've noticed a big push on repacks.
I came in. What'd y'all hit that night? The other night when I hit that Saints, what was your repacks? I was trying to watch, but then I got home.
So the guy ended up coming in later on, and he said, "Hey man, I saw the break, I saw a hit," and he had an Anthony Richardson absolute patch. That was a triple patch auto. Had a piece of football, jersey, and jersey piece. So he ended up hitting that.
And that's a new product line you have, the Hurricane packs. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I just that's one of the primary reasons that I went to the National was to buy cards and inventory to be able to make them. I don't have the stickers yet or anything like that, but I put them in these holographic bags. But I call them Hurricane because, like, I'll go to different streams, and unless you're in there, you really don't know what's the best pack. Got people do gold, silver, platinum, all this stuff. Some people do nebulas, different kind of names. And unless you know or you have the time to ask, I don't know which one's the best pack. I guess you can go price wise, right? But I figure Hurricane is real self-explanatory. You got category 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there you go.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that. You're man. A little bit of time to give you some roses, man. Your show was nice. Me and Brent were looking at it. Dude, I like the ticker. Everything was well placed. Me and Brent were talking about that. It was clean, very clean, man.
I'll give you props on that, I had a lot of help from a guy. His name is John, man. He's Pizza Pulls. We kind of got together, but a lot of help came from him. But I appreciate that, man.
No wasted space, man. That's what I was looking at. It was like perfectly laid out. You could tell what was going on.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that whole price point where you were dropping some. See, I'm gonna have to start getting some that's gonna be bad news for me, but it I like how you were dropping.
How'd you like the format where I was doing whoever has the lowest left side serial number card to win?
That added a whole new aspect.
But it adds a whole because like that takes a crap team out. You know what I'm saying? You can hit with a nobody with that. I love that. I've seen that starting on Whatnot very recent, but I like that. I like that.
I like that you tagged it to the Hurricane pack.
Exactly.
Because it made it more. I don't know. It was really, really entertaining because I literally was there, like, and I held that 30 for. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you had the best team going into the last.
I had 21, Brent. I wanted to hurt your feelings so bad, bro, but I couldn't even get a chance. I got to hang that for like one round, and then it was gone. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, man. But yeah, I used to do that for. So when teams were a little bit more affordable, I would give away, like, say, what was it? A couple years ago, it was like the
Texans,
49ers,
probably
49ers, I'll be like, all right, 49ers free to the break. Whoever has the lowest left side serial number card, so everybody has a shot at that team
to get those cards. That's smart. I haven't seen that aspect of
everybody has a shot at the repack, and there's an incentive to buy more teams or
multiple
lower.
teams.
Say a guy gets a higher end team to get some of the lower end, because
that's smart.
A lot of times the lower end, hits that 101.
Oh yeah, you're going to get the shitty.
Card, yeah. Anyways,
so
that was dope.
Cool, man. I'm glad y'all jumped in, man. Thanks for joining in, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be getting in more, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been checking to see if when your shows were on, because I wanted to make sure I was able to jump in there, and so I was glad that you had that one going on and we were able to.
Yeah, due to the hurricane, I had I was live maybe 3 times in 2 weeks, because when the hurricane hit, I was down at my residence 12 days, but here at the shop 7 days, and it's kind of hard because you got stuff going on, tree removal and all this other stuff. Went live a couple of times, but it was it was leading up to the national.
Yeah.
And I just said, all right, I just kind of just shut it down to the national. Got back from the national, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back on live with Optic Football, and that was the first time I went live since before the hurricane, man, Hurricane Beryl.
So you're chasing downtowns in that one, right? See,
yeah,
that's what I gotta learn.
Downtowns or what was chasing? What's the chase in Optic?
That's your favorite over
the Raider rookie, also,
Okay, yeah.
But insert wise, it's the downtown.
Yeah. How about that snafu though with Panini last week with
I mean, it's good and it's bad in some ways, because the first knee-jerk reaction from people was that, oh man, all the cases are going to be loaded like that. So, people were thinking that the values of the downtown were going to go, we're going to
what
fall
happened,
because
Brent?
it's not hard to hit, right? But it's good for the collectors that got lucky to be in a case like that, because there was a lot of downtowns.
Yeah, there was a manufacturer, and there was, I think, about 10 or 12 breakers. It may have been maybe more than that had like pulling 25 downtowns out of a case when a case is only supposed to be it's supposed to be a case hit. You're only supposed to be one per case.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think that the values are going to maintain just because of what they are. You're just going to have a few more out on the market this year.
I don't know.
You don't think it's going to kill the market
for this year, because they were coming out quite a bit in retail, and they delayed Optic Hobby for a while. I don't know.
They didn't put the checklists out, have they?
But what I'm saying, do you think it kills the rest of the boxes?
Because initially they weren't grading unless the checklist was released. But there's always going to be value on the numbered downtowns. That's if you have an opportunity, that's what I would try to get, is the numbered ones. Not saying anything about the base version, but the number ones is where it's going to be at, Yeah.
So you probably, I mean, obviously you've been breaking for 10 years, so you've handled many cards over the years. But what's the most memorable card you've ever had, and what made it kind of the most memorable card that you had?
I guess one that I pulled was the Josh Gibson bat knob at a tier 1. That was the one. Yeah.
Made the cover, Brent. They used him as the thumbnail.
I had it was a reliever for MLB reliever reached out to me looking to buy it, and I connected him with the guy I pulled it for, and they made a deal. I think they made a deal. Yeah, I didn't really, I wasn't directly involved. I just kind of like connect them.
You know the picture, Brent? That was him.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, there was kind of like a deal for the Negro leagues and stuff like that. Yeah. That
was the Josh Gibson push, right?
It kind of tripped me out.
Yeah, that's dope. That had to be for me, dude. That would have been. I'd have screenshotted that. You would have seen that as my pick on everything, bro, for a while.
So what's it like a typical day for Big Texas Breaks? What's a normal day look like for you when you're getting ready for a break?
I mean, coming in, making sure that my listings are right, checking that the prices are correct. I mean, a lot of the stuff is done manually, so sometimes you can price the best team, say it's supposed to be 120 or something, and miss a zero and it'll be $12. Somebody's gonna snatch it right up, But just that and getting with my shipper, make sure everything's cool on any previous day special shipments. Sometimes if we hit like a big card, we like to FedEx those cards. USPS isn't the most reliable when it comes to that. All we can do is put it in the pipeline, but they don't always come through. So when it's something like massive, we'll get with the collector and we'll arrange a FedEx. delivery.
That's dope.
And just checking my prices. I mean, you can't help but to like kind of compare with other guys. I mean, you don't want to be the highest, So that's basically good. Get ready and then go live and start filling.
Are there limitations on Fanatics Live on like what you can price things at? Or are there guidelines that they give you? I mean, as far as
I haven't ran across that. Nah, I don't think so. Obviously, if you're super high,
yeah,
I mean, people probably aren't going to want to jump in,
oh yeah,
But nah, there really isn't.
There's some wild ones on y'all's though. I went there and just started looking, dude. I found one that was like 16 cases of freaking Tops Chrome 24 brand. It was like 3,500 a spot.
yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Holy shit, dude! That's like that has to be like 4 hours just opening.
Like I used to always just do random teams, man. I can remember back in the day where National Treasures random teams were like $60-$70 a spot.
Wow.
And now with case prices, I mean, I'm just hold on. I mean, now they would be like over $600, on some releases. Random teams. So you would just taking that, the best team might be about 2 to 3K,
Yeah.
Basing that, so
I don't know.
It's crazy, man.
That's odds, bro. We do a couple of those. The one I hate is the damn name. When you do name breaks and you just spin that damn thing and you get someone like one time I got Harry Carey and I wanted it so bad. The announcer for the Cubs and no luck, bro. Yeah. It's like I looked it up, dude. The odds to him hitting, I didn't realize, but I got excited when I saw Harry Carey on that one. But
or be like in football and you get the place kicker or something like that.
Hey, for real, I've seen that. The Orioles will hurt your heart list like this year. I had that crazy break this year.
What's the connection with the Orioles, man? You just
dad, that was dad, and then Cam, me and my wife, he's gonna be turning 5. Both of us played sports and just like the stadium, and me and my buddy always kind of cheered for him, wore the Orioles hats. Houston,
I want to check it out, man. I want to check that stadium out. I've been to several stadiums, but I haven't been to that one.
Nah, cool. It's definitely, but yeah. So that Camden, we named him, and we just roll with it. But yeah, no, dude, he and then now watching him do so good. Baby boy's my boy, little Jackson Holiday hit home run today again. So I'm glad seeing it, man.
Yeah, buddy mine has a 101 superfractor of him. I can't remember what insert it is, but yeah, he's looking to move it.
They pulled a 101 off the wall. I don't know what it was in. I think it was in 2024 off that Topps Redemption wall this last weekend at the show. Did you see it? They had the red ones. Someone pulled out a 101 Jackson Holiday 2024 rookie superfractor off that
crazy,
wall.
Man.
I should tell you, they're holding them damn 101s, Brent. I have a whole conspiracy theory on Topps and their 101 superfractors. They don't bring them out until after till playoffs happen. And then to pull one out that wall, you bullshit. I'm sorry, Brent, but bullshit. I've been out here chasing that boy, and they're gonna pull it off the wall. Then they're gonna make a little short Instagram and hurt my heart, bro. I gotta watch it. People share that shit so much to me, I can't even tell you. That's it.
Hey, bro, you'll get one, man. You'll get one.
Yeah.
I have a couple Orioles, but they're the ones, dude. Kowser. I was hitting Kowser for a couple years, dude. He wasn't doing shit, and then I unloaded a bunch. Then I had seller's remorse on an orange freaking from last year. But hey, it is what it is. I hit one right now. I'm going back and forth with a guy, and I have it listed for 12. I think I sent both of y'all, and then he hit another home run today. I'm like, bro, it's just 1,000, man. Just call it a day. I know there's more money on it, but I normally sell.
That's why I said hold it 11. I said hold it. 11.
You did. He hit a home run today. I was like, yeah, I think we're gonna
don't hold it too long, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that fall, that fall can be greater than the potential gain you were holding out for.
See, here's the thing, though, bro. I went hard at him whenever he dropped. I was buying every and anything. How much you want? I was buying stuff for $200 that was going for like $4, $5, and now here it is. I've already flipped a third of them, but there's some that acetate, baby boy, out of 10 is just my heart.
I can relate, dude, on holding cards, because I wish I would have sold a lot of other cards that I didn't during the peak, because the values have dropped quite a bit. But
yeah,
and I would have made out even better,
No, I'm with you. I tell Brent, what I say, I watched Acuna. And I was banking Acuna and Otani's. PSA 10s were going in, all the ones I wanted. going in the safe, and then now I cannot give Acuna away. I have so many that it's just so that I took when we went to the Nationals, I was like, Gunner, I'm bringing them all out, and I did well, and I got rid of a few, but there was a couple that I was just like, nah.
That new car smell wears off pretty quick, bro. So when there's hype on a player, that's when you got to let it go, man. I've learned that. I mean, look at Burrow, Herbert, man. Yeah. You know, stuff like that. There's new players now people want. There's Stroud, you know, Anthony Richardson.
Shit, I got lucky last year with him because I don't really get in football breaks, and we were in a room that they did all kinds of different. So the Texans were going super fucking cheap. Excuse my language, bro. I'm sorry, I need to slow down. But I'm trying my best. But I was catching the Texans early, dude, for like 50 and 40, and Aim was catching them, and then we got some pretty cool Strouds that way. But now, dude, just seeing what the Colts were going for, I can only imagine to get in a good break. You're going to spend like what 253 on
Texans and Colts are the top two teams.
Most definitely, that's wild to hear.
Or this rookie class for 2023. Yeah.
So we have two more this year, though. Who was this year's picks? We had
Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah. No, Texans.
Oh, I talking about for the quarterbacks.
Hey, side note, did y'all see Caleb Williams trying to hit the baseballs? No. I'm gonna send both y'all that text. Wait till y'all see, bro.
I haven't seen it yet, man.
Doesn't do any help, bro. With the pink nails and the pink lipstick, boy. You see the swing, Brent? I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Everybody's different and special, man.
Man, no, dude. This dude, I just stop, bro. Just throw the damn football. Stop putting yourself out there, fam.
So if someone comes to Fanatics Lives and they find your page, what are they typically going to see you breaking? Are you breaking baseball, football, basketball?
So I'm probably like 70-80% basketball. I'm looking to transition. Before, I was always doing all three sports. But there was something happened with my current distributor to where they couldn't get tops anymore. So I just had to just roll with basketball and football. And basketball was just better for me because I had more fun with it. I like it better. I mean, football, there's a lot of linebackers and or defensive players or whatever, right? Or basketball, you have the opportunity to make an offensive impact more than what you can. In football, it's just about the quarterback, right?
Yep.
But I mean, you can see me breaking both basketball and football. Pick your team breaks. I'll do auction breaks as well. And like I said, I'm starting to incorporate those repacks in there to guarantee some hits coming out in the break because we're doing full cases, but I think in the summer wallets get a little tighter, right? Kids are off and people are taking vacations, stuff like that. The national, so I started breaking it down more into mixers, and sometimes you can do mixers where box don't generate anything, so like that's where the repacks come into play. And if you put those in, you'll have guaranteed hits coming out of those breaks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, mixers, auctions, and PYT breaks, man. Of basketball.
What do the Rockets run?
For 23-24, because the new class hasn't really released. They're probably like the fourth best team price wise. Fourth. Fifth.
I want some of that new boy, man. The dude, the one.
Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, dude. I've been reading a lot on him.
So I think Origins and Elite are going to be the first releases they come out with their NBA uni. They're going to start off with like Prism draft picks and stuff like that, whatever. But everything's still kind of coming out with the 23-24 class.
And that one you want Kabooms, right?
So Kabooms come out of Crown Royale for basketball, and football it's Absolute. So it kind of switches around. Downtowns in basketball is in Panini 1-in-1, and then in football it's in Optic. So it kind of changes around, man.
Is it the stained glass then in basketball? Because I see all these names, but I don't know.
Stained glass comes out in Mosaic. So Mosaic's actually going to release here in the next week or two for basketball, but football that's already done release. But yeah, stained glass come out of Mosaic.
I want some of those.
Is Mosaic going to have Reed Shepherd, or we still have to wait a little bit longer?
No. You're going to have to wait on that one, man. Okay. Like I said, I think the first releases for any basketball with the new rookie class are going to be like the draft pick versions of releases like Prism Draft, Contenders Draft, Elite Draft, stuff like that.
Is that later? Is that like in November-ish? Like before?
Probably when the season comes out.
I don't think
they're about to start pretty soon.
Man. They've pushed so many different things back. I don't remember them all, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be early next year. It'll be like Origins will probably be the first NBA uniform card they have. Origins or Elite, if I remember correctly.
My favorite break is Topps Chrome Cosmic. And Topps is gonna do basketball this year with Cosmic, and I'm excited. That one I want to.
Oh man, that's gonna be cool when they have.
Boy, if you get a playing it with somebody crazy, I think they're gonna incorporate that pretty good. The guys are hitting in front of it, but I think basketball you can do a lot, like a Saturn or something. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing Chrome back with NBA uniforms. I mean, the best card I ever saw was a Topps Chrome. So, yeah.
What card was that?
LeBron James PSA 10 03 Topps Chrome Black Refractor. At the time, it was one of 20 graded a PSA 10. I think it's 21 total now.
Wow.
But yeah, I definitely capitalized on the COVID boom on that one right there. Definitely.
How did it feel holding it?
I mean, like a normal card.
Oh yeah, now my ass.
Shake your hands. You got the
like a normal card, man. But
that's dope.
That's one that you don't ship, man. I actually
I come to you.
I flew to Philadelphia and then took an Uber to Golden to go drop it off personally.
That's dope, though.
Yeah, so
that's a nice little touch.
And what was that like, being in Golden's office and stuff like that? Or was that before?
Man, it was just, hey, I handed it off to a lady, signed some paperwork, and then see you later. That's it. I didn't personally meet him. I did exchange some emails with them and stuff like that, but it was just pretty much right there in their lobby area, and then that was it. I was already pre-set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brent. What was that bat you saw in that the other day? How much was it?
$3 million baseball bat.
What bat was it?
It was Jackie Robinson, game used and autographed.
That's dope.
And it was $3 million. It was so old though. There was another one too, and I have to go back.
Cracking.
No, that is the colors of them was just like different, like really, really, really dark wood. Like, I mean, I don't even know.
They would bone them back then, Brent. Like literally rub bones on them, and that's what would turn some of them.
Yeah, one of my dream memorabilia pieces that I would like to have is a game used Babe Ruth bat. Ooh. But I mean, ain't got the cash.
Y'all remember David Wells? I don't know if y'all remember that picture.
Yeah, he wore the Babe Ruth hat.
Boy, that 2,500, man. That did you know that, Brent?
He got fined.
He got fined 20. So this dude won it, and he wore it in the game, and the fine was 2,500.
It was like a $25,000 hat or something that he was wearing.
It was all Choscal, was all beat up and falling down, and wore that. And
he wore it in the game, man.
That's crazy. Like that's something though. That makes it. I thought that was pretty dope.
He channeled the inner Babe Ruth in him or something, I guess.
I think they're coming. They're gonna get Joe Montana stuff. You saw that? It's a bunch of items that they got. And I didn't know this, but this dude was superstitious or something, or his wife told him, and he wore the same jersey in 2 Super Bowls. So it like has a patch shown at the bottom. This dude was I guess like just either a hoarder, but he had random items from Super Bowl, like the Gatorade cup he had. And it was just like, I don't know if he was just throwing stuff in boxes, but Cal Ripken did it. And then so Joe Montana, you're gonna see some crazy Joe Montana stuff coming out.
That's crazy, cool. Man.
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
So what's the biggest hurdle you've faced since you've been a breaker? Like what, and how have you kind of navigated them? What's some stuff that you've had to face?
I mean, for me, was making the transition to these phone app platforms. Yeah. I guess just being so used to Facebook. I was just staying on Facebook. I wish I probably would have made it a little sooner, but just to transition over to the apps because trying to get people who are accustomed to the Facebook way of doing things migrated over to these platforms has been probably the biggest hurdle. Because there's some guys that they're old school, man. They just want to do it the Facebook route. You know what I'm saying? Handle stuff through PM and all this. And
I have buddies that are going to go that way, bro.
Technology for them to get signed into the app and all this other stuff. So that's really it. And again, I went from Facebook to Whatnot a little bit, then to TikTok, and then to Fanatic. So having to do 3 different transitions, not
to
everybody,
to harvest. You're not going to harvest every time.
each one.
Yeah.
So finding that final home with Fanatics is was the biggest hurdle for me, was finding that final home. And so here I am now.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. You're going to have everything. Everything's going to be on you before it's all said and done. There's no way that you can't. It'll just make, I think the releases might be a little bit leveler and that aspect of it, but I think everybody's going to be Fanatics before it's all said and done.
Oh yeah.
It's too much, dude.
So the community aspect of breaking is like, I mean, that's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, how have you cultivated such a following, like a loyal following over the years? Like you said, you had your hurdles of trying to jump platforms, and you probably had some people that didn't kind of make it along the way. But what does your community mean to you, and how have you kind of stayed the course with them?
Well, I mean, the only way you're going to grow that community is consistency, consistently being on. That's what I'm saying. The hurricane deal was kind of like messed that up. But I would say for me, just being me and being helpful to any new collectors or any old collectors that have been with me since the beginning. Anytime they ask me questions, they ask for feedback on trades or values of cards, I'll take the time and I'll talk to them. And I can remember one guy, he had it was unfortunate incident where he had all his stuff stolen, and he asked me to evaluate his cards for him, I guess for insurance purposes, and he had already been turned down by 4 or 5 other people, including his local card shop, and I did that for him. So he really appreciated that. So just doing the little things like that, man, I think is what helps you gain that loyalty, because they know that I got your back. So they get your back too,
Yeah, absolutely. You're building those relationships one at a time. That's how you do it.
No, you did a good job. You getting some of these breaks, and these dudes are impersonal. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk. It's like a robot. And
hey, man, I'm the type of guy, and they probably maybe get in trouble with this. If we go to the National, and when I would set up, man, I'll get you in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out there and I'll come get you in. So I'll do stuff like that. Anybody that rocks with me and jumps in with me, I would do that for them. They don't.
Should I want you work a deal on the price, man?
I'll get you into the back door. Don't worry about that line.
Now, you just working your deals, dude, with that dude. You took the time to pacify him the other day, and I was like, damn, that's dope. You don't see that too often.
Nah, man. Yeah. You talking about when the guy was which part?
He was going back and forth. And you had already come down a reasonable amount, I felt. But then we made it happen, and I'll tip my hat to you. That's dope. You don't see that. I get enough breaks, and you don't see people do that.
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta understand.
Return customer.
There's only so much room that you have, and once you start getting to that, you kind of exhausted a lot of it. And so if I've already gotten this, and it's just one team you're getting, man, there's only so much I'm going to be able to do. But just gotta try to find a way, man. Be cool about it.
You did.
Find a middle, man.
Fuck yeah.
Appreciate you taking the time to jumping in, and so I'm gonna try to work with you to get you to a price where you feel comfortable. And if it's not to what you were expecting, I'm gonna explain to you why I have to be at this. Not just tell you.
You laid it out there clean, and I was like, damn, that's legit.
Yeah.
So with the hobby consistently evolving, what are some of the most exciting developments or innovations you've seen recently?
I kind of touched a little bit on the repack aspect, but man, there's game shows now. There's popular game show themes being implemented where the prizes are cards, man.
Interesting. That's definitely something I'd like to check out.
Fanatics is different, Brent. That's the aspect of it. It's
a little bit more theatrics. Just how it's evolving to where they're utilizing game shows and cards are the prize. I think that's a unique thing that's starting to happen.
So like a sports trivia game show, and then you get cards, or just
imagine like a deal or no deal, and briefcases, and in each briefcase is
Brandon's like, don't tell me about it. I'm gonna go find it.
Yeah, my wife is a gambler, bro. Stay away.
Dang, that would be crazy though. Deal or no,
I love duck races. So that's only.
I was briefly involved in one for a little bit, but again, and I'll give him a shout out, man. Bobo Pizza on the Fanatics, they have one on there, and it's super cool. I mean, I've done it a couple of times.
What was it again?
Pizza Pulls. He's cool.
Pizza Pulls.
That's my boy right there. Seal the deal, man. I give him a shout out. He's like I said, he's helped me a lot with my setup and stuff. But he basically picked a briefcase out of 30, and that's what and then so the first round you eliminate 10, and I think for his structure is where there's bronze, silver, gold. Then there's sapphire, platinum, titanium, ruby, and then the top one is diamond. Yeah. So as you eliminate, you
see what's gone.
They break off and go to a banker, right? And then the guy will get an offer. So I'll give you a little bit of history. In the beginning of that, when he was doing it, for a little bit of a time, I was the banker, like maybe 4 of the shows in the background. It was pretty cool. But yeah, man, to answer your question, man, game shows, man.
That's cool.
That's dope. We haven't even seen that aspect, but I've been getting on Fanatics and just looking because I'm like you said, the community, right? I know a bunch of people on the other one, but I did notice that there was a whole different atmosphere.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So who do you PC, and what's your favorite card of them?
Man, I like high end cards of the goats or of the greats of a sport, man. Like again, I had that LeBron. I have a Jordan 9.5 rookie, a Brady 8.5/10 contenders rookie, Messi. I've got a 10/10 World Cup Prism auto of him. Just
what's that roughly sit at? That you spoke to me just then.
The Messi, the 10/10.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's tough to say. I would say maybe like comfortably like 8 to 10K, something like that.
Hurt my heart.
And this is where I was talking about how I wish I had gotten rid of some of the cards or sold some of them, because I could have bought them again now. But during the peak, the Jordan was like doing 75 to 90K, and they're down back to like 25, 30.
25,000 is still crazy.
And the Brady was like 80K as well, and now they're doing like 20K. LeBron refractor, those are like 50, 60. They're down to like 10 to 15K. So, hindsight, I guess. But yeah, so those are some of the things I collect, stuff like that.
Pretty cool, man. If you could have a like a dream break with any athlete, past or present, who would it be?
Man, it had to be Mickey Mantle, bro. I've always liked Mickey Mantle. And one of the reasons is I would just love to talk to him and hear some of the stories of how they used to, enjoy themselves after the games.
Hold on, you're at the Nationals, right? Have you met the lawyer?
Who?
Mickey Mantle's lawyer.
Nuh-uh. I've met his sons before at a Panini VIP party some years back, but I've never met his
Howard lawyer. Introduced me to him. He was at TriStar here in Houston, and he knows that we like paintings, my wife. So he introduced us to us. We go over there and we're looking at stuff. Dude, some badass paintings, right? And we ended up buying off him a King Griffey Jr. By some artist. Remember Brent the dude the other day? Yeah. Taylor was saying it was a famous artist, but it's oil painted and then it's autographed by the artist and then autographed by Griffey. And we put it up there. But dude, just chopping it up with him. He has like a sweater with a number 7 on it. And but just was dude told many stories. And I went and fact checked it, Brent, that donkey story, and it was true, bro. So he tells me this story where Mickey goes out, him and what was the
Billy Martin,
right?
I think I know what you're talking about, where they go out and
they shoot him, and then Billy Martin shoots the horse.
The guy asks him to him a favor because they wanted to go hunting on his land, and goes, yeah, but will you do me a favor? Can you put my if it was horse or
the donkey need to be put down. And so he shoots him.
I just can't find myself to do it. Will you do me that favor? And he did it. But then he went back to Billy and was like, man, can you believe he won't let us, man? Man, let's go over there and I guess shoot that donkey or whatever. And he did it. And Billy, thinking that he was doing it because he was mad or whatever, ended up shooting 2 or 3 more other animals or something like that.
They shot a horse. But yeah, we chopped it up with that man, dude, for honestly, like an hour, me and my wife. And he had so many stories like that, just one after another. I can't think of his name. He's gonna kill me. But dude, he had to been up there too, bro. Because some of these stories that talking about Mickey chipping, playing golf with no pants, dude, just like some wild ass stories.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies, man, is 61.
Yeah,
61
definitely
baseball movies. That's one of my favorite baseball movies.
So I'm getting a trend here. So kind of a closet Yankee.
Oh man,
because you said Babe Ruth.
I like
right
history.
now.
I get it. I
get it.
History. I like baseball history, man. Like
no, my dad's.
When you mentioned Orioles, man, Brooks Robinson, that play he made down the third base line, backhanded and he slung it over. I just like baseball around that era. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I just think that Mickey
Golden
was
era.
like in that middle where he played with some of the old schoolers, DiMaggio, Berra, and stuff like that.
Shit, Murderers Row. that says in me. But I'm with you. Same thing. Jeter's. It's Orioles, Astros. I wanted it to be the Western Conference or the ALCS last year. Didn't happen. Hopefully, we get a chance. But dude, Jeter's just there and up there. And I think the same way. I can't cheer against him.
But don't get it twisted, bro. Astros, Yankees. I'm Astros all day long, man.
All day.
But have you gone to a Yankees game? It's totally different.
Not in
the
New York,
vibes.
But I've been. I was there when Altuve hit that walk off against Chapman.
Same here. We were there 2019. Yeah, I was next to a Yankees fan. We had season tickets and all that. It was dope, man. I think that is so. Go back. Me and my mom were there when Jeff Kent put us to the 2005 World Series. Right, he hit it over our head in the Crawford boxes, and that was the year that Chris Burke went off. You talking about those, but something about beating the Yankees just made it even sweeter. This last 4 times. The what do you think was better for y'all? The sweep or the walk off to go to the series?
And personally, the walk off, bro. The walk off.
You were there.
My best in live moment was the Jordan against the Phillies, Game 6.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
that one.
We were on the third base line and had that perfect look where it launched. Saw the whole trajectory. I mean, the place went wild, man. My son and I went.
Did you go to any other game that year? Because I think the biggest would be the Seattle. Seattle or that Phillies. Those are crazy moments that year.
So, in 2017, I went heavy on that year. Right, went to AFBS games, ALCS, 2 World Series games, but I don't think I went to that many that particular year. Well, no, I did. That was my second World Series game. That one where he hit against the Phillies.
That was dope.
That's the best moment right there by far.
I haven't got to see him win at home. I've been to 3 different ones and haven't got to see the Astros. That's a little sad moment, right, for me.
Little side story to that, man. Yeah. The fat finger aspect. So I was waiting for this minute, try to get the best deal on tickets. We were in line, bro, and I thought, man, this is a good deal. I bought the tickets. Ended up being for Game 7. Like the United thing. I bought Game 7. Man, I got a good deal. I'm gonna go ahead and snag this, and it was for Game 7. So then I had to rebuy stuff for Game 6, and no lie, I was like, man, I hope they win, bro, because I don't want to be on the hook for Game 7. Because I would.
Oh yeah. You could deny the.
Double spending, man.
For real, I feel you on that, bro.
I like Ricky Bobby, bro. Like, come on, we have to do it, man. And
so I have 2 like Astros moments, like live moments that stick out to me. I went to the doubleheader the week after Harvey. I think your parents went to the first game, Brandon, and then they gave us the tickets to the second game. And so just being there after Harvey, that was like a really, really cool experience. And then I was at the Boston series when Altuve hit 3 home runs. I went to that game. And so that was a really, really cool moment. My wife's dad, he flew in from Colorado, and like we all like met up downtown and took all the kids, and they got to go and experience that too. But that was just seeing those 3 home runs it was crazy when he hit those 3 home runs.
Yeah.
Favorite for me was we didn't win the series. Two of them was 2004. Carlos Beltran going yard against the Cardinals. We lose the series, but that was a crazy one. And then Biggio's 3,000. I have to say, we were there. That was my favorite. And then Biggio's last game. Those were 2 hard moments for me.
Worst one for me was I was there for
Lidge.
Yes, the Brad.
Same with you, Bobby. I've talked about this story. I'm gonna bring it out right now. I have never left a stadium where it was quiet, Brent. Nobody
we were ready to go. We were ready to party.
Brent, we walked out of there. People did not cut lines. People walked in just single file, Brent, out the stadium. I've never felt more demoralized by any loss.
Plans to go party here, do this, do that, and that happened.
Vibe shut down, Brent. Yeah. As loud as Minute Maid
somebody
gets.
Pulled that extension cord and started wrapping it around. You gotta go.
That's how it went, fam. And it was hard for. I think you gonna bring it out. 1996, we were there when Charles Barkley watched John Stockton hit that shot in his face. That was another one when we left. How far you want to go?
I was there.
You want to keep going? My heart can beat. So when they talk shit about them, I got these memories, family.
86, bro. 86.
So come on, man. Bro. It's up there. I'll bring the flag down. 86. He's talking about when we should have beat them. We should have beat them, bro. That pitching staff. Shit. Look at the pitching staff from 2019. Like, what are we doing?
Was going to be our year that one time, bro. And then 05, I didn't feel as confident as I did in 04. That's when we had Beltran.
We were coming off of the Beltran year.
By the White Sox, man.
Hey, I took the hat with the patch. And I wore it with pride. I bought like 5 of them after they lost for cheap. And I rocked that bad boy for like 5 years. All of them.
You know, another happy moment, dude, was when the Cardinals beat the Rangers. I think it was.
I know what you're talking about.
I talked.
I did not want a lot of people were watching, and I mean, I'd probably be like, "Oh, you're a Ranger hater."
We're gonna chop this.
I'm just an Astro fan, and I wanted the first team in Texas to win the World Series to be the Astros. And you know what? One of the key parts of that rally was Lance Berkman. Lance Berkman had a key at
with that.
And
was it Lance Berkman shot that Nelson Cruz dropped it?
They won that game, and then they forced a game 7, I believe, was what it was. Yeah, bro.
That was awesome, bro. That was awesome. We got beat by those Cardinals. We know what that feels like. Okay, yeah. So like you.
But I was for them there. I didn't want the Rangers to win.
Neither did I. I hate it when people talk that shit and they're like, "Oh, don't you like the Spurs to win?" No, I want all y'all to lose. I want nothing but bad things. I want to spit in all y'all's drinks on you freaking glory. No, like I did not. What did I tell you, Brent? I want Luka to win one, but I need him traded. Because I told Brent they cannot have as many as us. We can have to be number 2. We got to beat the Spurs, but we cannot. I had a cousin, RIP, man, Chris. He would send me hats from San Antonio because I did it to myself in 94 and 95. And then I had to get one every time the damn Spurs won. And I would burn it, take pictures of it. But hurt. Y'all bringing up scars tonight, man. I feel this. I think
it was
hard times.
I think it was 2011. 2011 is what it was. Yeah.
Which one?
Anyways, yeah.
Which one? 2011.
The Rangers and.
Yeah. The drop. That was Nelson Cruz. That was my dude, bro. I need to get him something, bro. But yeah, he dropped it, and then they pushed the game 7.
Man, good stuff, guys. So Eric, if you had to design a sports card for yourself, what would it look like, and what would the stats or your achievements on the back be?
Man. You got to go with 52 Tops design, bro. That's the one I always wanted. I still want to this day, a 52 Mano. I almost made some big trades for a PSA 6 before the boom, but 52 and just I always liked the way Tops had like little trivia or something on the back of their car. So just like Tops back in the day, man. That's cool. Know, as far as specific stats, I mean, all of them. It's all good. All of them.
So what's next for Big Texas Breaks? You got anything exciting projects or goals or that you're working towards that you'd like to share with us?
Incorporating the repacks. I finally went and got some inventory for it. I've got like 50 packs, and I'm just going to start incorporating more into the breaks, whether it be, where the high bidder gets the pack in auction style breaks, or it goes to the highest the lowest left side serial number for a PYT break, so just repacks really right now, and start expanding to revamp the old whatnot. I've got somebody coming in to do that, and then the TikTok as well. So,
cool,
yeah.
So we're going to go through a rapid fire round real quick. We're just going to fire off some questions. So what's your favorite sports teams?
I mean, everything Houston, but I got to tell you, Astros, man. Astros. That's I love baseball. Astros.
Most undervalued player in the hobby.
Altuve.
Best piece of advice you could give new collectors.
Stick to what you like. Don't get caught up on what other people are telling you to do, because you won't enjoy the hobby as much. So just stick to what you like. You'll enjoy it even more.
One word to describe card breaking.
Evolving. Going back to the
I like that.
Game show thing and all that. Evolving.
And so finally, where can listeners find you online?
We'll be on Fanatics Live Monday through Friday. Try to get in there about 11 a.m. Go till like 6, 7 p.m. at night. Also on TikTok, Big Texas Breaks _official. Somebody else took the name Big Texas Breaks and they don't even use it. And Whatnot, upcoming Whatnot. So on the 3 major platforms for breaking. Awesome.
Really appreciate you joining us this evening. Great talking to you, and look forward to kind of visiting with you some more in the future. Any other kind of final words, Brandon, you got for us or anything like that?
Man, appreciate you taking the time, dude. Like I said, a 4-hour delay in Cleveland got us to meet, man. I think that was fate, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
Like I was saying, some things coming.
Hopefully we'll get together, maybe some other Houston collectors, man, and we
can spin your idea real quick. Spin your idea. Put it out there. Put out your idea, Eric, and see, because there's people here from Houston that we talk to, and see if they got
at Big Texas Breaks, all one word, the way it's there. I just don't have the @ sign. At Big Texas Breaks. That's all you got to do is look me up. I think I have a link tree on my TikTok.
I was talking about your live draft though, for just us Houston people. Remember, we were talking about maybe breaking a draft in person.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
About.
I mean, even if it's just like 3, maybe 4 people. I mean, you do a snake draft, maybe roll dice to see who gets to draft first, and do a snake draft, and it's fun because you'll be surprised on some of the teams that people pick, and some of the teams that slide lower in the draft where you didn't think they would be sliding. You know,
I'm game.
I'm down, bro. That's it, man. It's good talking to y'all, man.
Most def. Thanks for coming on, homie.
Yes, sir, brother. Y'all take it easy.
Be careful, man.
All right, this is Sweet Cards, dude.